Political liberation is yet to translate into material gains for black people. Sup guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. So guys, that statement is really powerful, right? Because now it's been 28 years since we've been politically liberated, and in 28 years, what have we achieved as black people? Well guys, unfortunately, right, when it comes to finances and how money works and the circulation of money, we don't own wealth. As black people, we don't own wealth. It's still owned by the the oppressors, right? And it's kind of strange. I'm like, after 28 years, like, there was supposed to be something done, right? Well, not quite, because now the apartheid system, right, was designed in such a way that it kept, like, obviously our parents and grandparents, like, oppressed, right? But not only that, it's a generational system where it still affects us today. Like, till today we are affected. And if you don't believe me, like, think about this, right? Especially people living in Joburg. Let's say you stay in the townships and you work really far, like in the CBD, where the business hub, and you might find that you have to travel like 30-40 k's just to get to work. And by the time you get to work, you're really semi-tired, right? Like, you're really a bit exhausted. And if you have to commute back home, and by the time you get home, you're still exhausted, because commuting for like almost 2 hours to and from work is no child's play, right? And then when you're like, okay, I need to look for a better job. How are you gonna look for a better job? Because when you're working there, you're working your butt off, and then when you get home, you're tired. You're too tired to look for a job. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna waste your life and wind away in a job that you really don't want. And this is like the apartheid system, guys. Basically, these people knew what they were doing when they designed this thing, because they knew that it's gonna affect black people even after we become liberated. And that's why I'm saying that the apartheid system has kind of won in that respective. Next question is, why are black people so poor after 28 years of becoming liberated? So guys, it's because black people don't have access to information that they really need, right? What do I mean by this? So there's certain things that mostly us, the youth, the black people, like, we lack, right? Even there's certain things that I lack, right? But for me to upskill myself in that department, I can't really do so, because information is not easily accessible for me. But people will be like, you can use YouTube, you can use Google. What do you mean you're not easily accessible? Like, sometimes, right, you need someone to show you the ropes, show you the way, like, okay, this is how the system works. Reading about it and actually implementing it are two different things, right? Us as black people, we don't know how money works. The white people, they know how the money works. They know how to make the money grow. People will be like, look, if you don't want to be poor, you need to save money. You need to save and save. There's nothing wrong with saving, right? But now the main problem is that your money is not really growing, because it's kind of losing its value, just sitting there in the bank and not circulating. Because as we know, money is supposed to circulate, right? Whatever you do, if you have money, you should not keep that money just sitting there. That money needs to work. It needs to work for you, right? And if it works for you, that's how your money grows. But then how do you make money work for you? What are the people, like, who are the right people that you know to talk to? That's what I mean. We don't have easily access to these kind of things. Like, networking is important, but we need to network with the relevant people. Like, how do you get to that stage where you meet these people, the relevant people, so that you can network, so that you can expand your mind and grow? So us as black people, we like that. And black people are also greedy. Reason being is that we've been conditioned by the apartheid government, right? Black people have been suffering for so long. The people in the ANC who are chowing the money now, they were suffering for so long back in the day. And now, since they have access to money and stuff like that, they'll be like, how? Mina darling Soko, I've been struggling for so long. Why should I help that other black person grow when I struggle? Then rather let me eat the money, and that's why it's hard for us to look for jobs, because why? There's corruption. If you're applying for a job, they'll tell you that you need to pay for the job. With what money? Because you're unemployed. They'll tell you, hey, you need connections. How do you get connections? If you're fresh from varsity, those kind of things. Since I kind of highlighted, the ways that apartheid government still affects us today, right? With our mindset, being conditioned and stuff like that. Now, what's the way forward, for a black child? What's the way forward? How do we conquer this? Forget about the government, because we cannot depend on the government. We cannot be like, let's wait for 2 years and we can vote out ANC and we bring another government in. To be honest with you guys, it's just a different political party, but saying they're gonna more or less have the same concepts, guys. So the way to do this, right, is to make sure that you upskill yourself as much as possible, right? Make sure that you focus on yourself. Make sure that you find something that you're passionate about, and you make sure that you become good at that. Then you can like sell a product or something like that. Make sure that you're always trying to evolve yourself, because sitting back and then complaining about, hey, the apartheid, hey, the ANC and stuff, like, it won't do you justice. You're still gonna be in one place. You're still gonna be stagnated. So what you need to do is you really need to upskill yourself, and that's why I created this YouTube channel. That's why this channel is made for you, the viewer. If you're someone in your early 20s to like mid 30s, right, the channel's for you, right? I'm out here to help out the youth, to empower you guys. And a lot of things is like topics like apartheid, people don't talk about this, right? And how they mentally damaged us, and how we're still suffering us as black people, right? I don't know why people are not talking about this, but it's something that we need to discuss and we need to move forward. And one thing I strongly feel about, it's us not depending on the government. If we all can like understand this, that we shouldn't depend on the government, we'll become powerful. Because now if you're thinking that next 2 years we can have a new government, we can have better jobs, guys, it's all a dream. They're just selling us a dream. So that's why I created this channel. And just like that, guys, I'm wrapping up this week's video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the summary of the video. I didn't want to like go into deep detail because the video is going to be so long, probably going to be like 30 minutes long. But should I do a part 2 of like how the apartheid government still is screwing us over till today, 28 years later? Let me know. But yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And if you're new here, welcome. Why don't you click subscribe, turn on the notification bell, because I do drop a new video literally every single Sunday, and you don't want to miss it. I catch all of y'all in the next upload. Peace.